So this is the type of material that we get and we process for our gardens and whatnot. And these are my little helpers, my wife, and that's Dabrowski, the white and black one. He's deaf as a post, and that's Lou. So this is the type of material that we blend and we make into our compost for our gardens and that here. So it's very, very rich in leaf matter, in grass, and we grind up the timber matter, the trees and stuff like that. I like the a lot of this palm material. It has a lot of really good fibre to it in the mix. In this here, I've only left a few pieces whole because in a lot of this stuff, it's like a big experiment to see how it breaks down, what the levels of nutrients are, and the type of materials that we end up with. So, you know, in different places, some places I've left some whole. Normally I'd shove them through and chop them up, grind them up, and that would be in that sort of condition there. But I threw a few over there in that type of situation. So this is, you know, when it's just gotten here, the type of material that we're blending out, we're using, has a very high leaf content, all different types of contents. Yeah, so that's what we're doing, and it works really well. The garden really likes it. It's very, very good quality material. So that's how we process it. So this is, you know, the older stuff down here as it is broken down, and I'm just loading it into the truck and going to run it down the back of the property to spread out. We've got a manure spreader to spread the material out. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with, you know, how the material's gone out. The greener stuff is the stuff I've pushed over the top, but the dark stuff underneath is actually the finished material off the bottom of the pile. So yeah, but when I go to use this stuff, I blend some of it back through some of this material, you know, just a small amount through it as well, to give it more of a continued breakdown than just what's the name. So that's what I would be spreading as my finished material. So it's still got some more material going through it to keep the nitrogen breaking down, and that's what I want when I then mix that with the soil, or mix that on top of the soil and seed it out. You know, there's different parts where I've dropped different bits of it in the mix. See, like this here, I like that type of thing through a lot of my gardens because it gives a longer breakdown for the material than a blended out. See how in some of this stuff you've got some of the leaves still in the mix that haven't all together broken down? So that's what I mix into the soil at the end of it for my gardens, and it's far better like that than making a sterile. If I keep going, I can make it to where it just looks like beautiful black soil, but it's completely devoid of all life. It doesn't grow stuff. I'd much rather it like that, that'll be breaking down for a long period of time through the pile. Anyway, I just sort of give you a quick look at some of our mulching operations. As you can see, this pile goes back to near that gum tree way over the back, and it's over an embankment there, so there's a huge amount. I've taken 20 cubic meters out of this little pocket here, just on this ground level here through there, and haven't touched the sides. There's hundreds of cubic meters in this section here to be put out, and then we've got other piles under construction on the other side of the chipper there in that area, and then the blended stuff up there, which is a beautiful mix. That's all timber products rather than mixed with the nitrogen stuff. Hey, yeah, so that's those things there. So we've got quite a few different experiments of different materials, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing all sorts of different blends to see different qualities as I make them out. So I'm really happy with what's turning out anyway. Okay, well, I'm Gary. I'm the Attitude Adjuster. Thanks for popping in and watching. If you wouldn't mind so much, if you'd share and subscribe and like, It really helps me to try and get the channel going, and I intend to try and keep putting up more farming tips and more things of how we're doing this, and I'm happy to answer questions on the subject of those things. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Bye bye. I'm Gary.